Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Burj Banter episode on Press Pause with Jaheena. On today's episode, I have who everybody knows and calls DXB Hun, but her name is Coral.
Coral.
Welcome.
Hi.
So we have a Jenga tower in front of us.
Yeah.
Each block has a handwritten question written by me.
To love.
And since you're the guest, you can go first.
Oh, okay. I can't take from the top two, right? On Jenga.
I just go with the first.
The first one.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you gonna do the rule where like, just no rules?
No rules.
So if you touch it once, normally you've got to get out, wouldn't you?
Oh no, you can tap it around.
What is your deepest fear?
My deepest fear is like losing the people I love, whether it's like through passing and like natural like causes, or just like losing them if they really matter to me.
Yeah,
you know, like I'm done with you. Why?
Yeah, why did you decide today?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, agreed. Yeah, mine's similar because I'm living abroad. I have this fear constantly. My parents are getting older, and we've had a few tragic deaths in the past years. So I've got this like fear of something happening tragically. I don't mind if I've got time to say goodbye, but obviously I don't want anyone to die. But I think that whole like tragic, that phone call you get, I don't know, when you're living abroad, my mum always rings me and she's like, are you by yourself? And I always know.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, it's something's coming and I'm like, just tell me what it is, you know? That's the worst part. Yeah, that's my deepest fear.
Yeah, my mom texts me and she goes, call me when you can. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
we have a WhatsApp relationship.
Yeah.
Text it to me.
Yeah, I hate that when they're like, are you by yourself? And I'm like, tell me now what it is. Yeah.
And like for me, I send a screenshot of my calendar. It's like color coded. So like you'll get it because we're going to go to business lunch now.
Yeah. I can't wait.
So it's like red is work, green is off. So it's just visually easy to see when I'm off.
Yeah.
And I tell my mom, I'm like, if it's my first green, I just finished the night shift, don't give me any news.
Yeah.
My last 3 days off, you could give me some news.
Night shifts are not the one. No.
No.
My mum and dad did them their whole life and I just seen the impact it has. It's tough.
It's
really
terrible.
tough.
It's like it impacts your mood, your health, your weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. And you miss out on a lot day to day. Even though the time off is good, but you miss important milestones sometimes.
Yeah.
But the money's good, so
yeah. Night shift anytime.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I can have the podcast in my house.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question.
Yeah.
And then you just place the block at the top.
Oh, yeah, silly me.
So we'll build the tower as we go. Oh, first one.
Easy.
What is a significant lesson you've learned from a past mistake or failure?
It's a good question. What is a significant lesson I've learned? I want to keep doing it, but I never learn from it. I think maybe just keeping my mouth shut a bit more and maybe not gossiping or talking so much about things. I think you've got to try and keep it in sometimes because you can do a lot of damage. And I still don't learn from it. I still do it, but it's definitely affected me in the past.
I feel
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just about like, I actually coined this phrase from the person who was on my episode the last time, filter your crowd, just being really a lot more selectful with who I choose to let in.
Yeah.
You know, so I can have a million acquaintances, but people who I actually choose to let in and keep as a close friend, just deciding to filter that out a lot more because I'm an empath and I really feel so much.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not around the person and something's going wrong for them, I feel it.
Yeah.
And then I text them and I was right. And I was like,
yeah,
I'm unhappy that I'm right because it's a bad thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay.
Let's do it. What would you do if you won the lottery?
This is I would like literally scream so much. I'd be like,
yeah,
like so much. And then once I've realized I won it, I'd be like, is it a spam email?
Yeah.
And then when I know it's real, I would probably it depends on how much I get.
Yeah.
If it's a lot of money, I just buy everyone a house.
Yeah, that's like the thing I would do, buy houses for everyone. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, everyone gets a house and then I'll invest it.
Yeah. I think buying property is an investment, isn't it? So I think the same. I'd clear my mom's mortgage, my dad's mortgage, and like let them live free and buy a big villa in Dubai so my family can like live here as well. That would be nice. Yeah.
Like
really
come for the winter months and go back.
Yeah. But I wanted to get my mum, like I want her to retire. That's also another little dream. Maybe like if I could get her to retire, when I have kids, she could come out here and be like the nanny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
then
then it's an investment.
Yeah. She could be here like 6 months a year because she was like, I can't deal with the heat. And then she could go home for 6 months a year. And I think that would be like...
That's what my grandma does. She hangs out with us in winter and she goes back to the States for the summer.
Yeah. I think like that would be nice. But Yeah.
Inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah.
All right. Why are these blocks so, like, they weren't moving?
Yeah. I don't feel like that.
When was the last time you felt an extremely strong emotion, and why?
Literally yesterday. And I can't even tell you why. I literally was watching TikTok and I just started crying because it was really, really cute. And I was like, to my boyfriend, and he's like, why are you crying? And I was like, I don't know. It was like a little
feel thing.
Yeah, I think it's because it's the time of the month and I hadn't cried in a long time, and I feel like my body likes to cry now and then. And it was literally a kid running up to another kid. He hadn't seen his friend for ages since summer holidays, and he was going, William, and I was like, that's so cute. And I started crying. And my boyfriend was like, you need to get a grip. So yeah, I don't know why.
I mean, I feel you. I'm also like in the same cycle at the moment.
Yeah,
and I'm just more emotional. Like, there was a point in time when I would cry a lot, especially when I was doing a lot of healing work on my past and stuff. But then now I have to force myself to cry. I'm just like, did that hurt enough?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
And maybe
I'm struggling to cry again.
Yeah, like I feel like I need it. Maybe actually because yesterday was, maybe that's why my sister had some really big surgery yesterday.
Okay.
And it was like quite unexpected how fast it was going to happen. And the NHS, once again, they hadn't even told her like the complications of the surgery. No. So she arrived and she had like 1 hour to make the decision whether she's going to go through with it or not. And it was like 1 in 10 leave with a colostomy bag. And she was just like, 1 in 10? So we were really worried about it, this surgery. And actually she ended up coming out the other end. I was on the phone to her like, we were all deciding whether she should go through this surgery or not, me and my family. And that was I think yesterday morning or the day before. So I think actually I was feeling really nervous, even though I made her like I wasn't nervous on the phone.
Yeah, because you have to be strong for her.
She was listening to me, and I'm like, we'll sort it out no matter what. If we need the best surgeon in Dubai, I'll be on my Instagram asking for the best surgeon in Dubai. Like I was like, we will fly you over and we'll make it happen, you know. So I think that made her feel better. And then she had the surgery, and it was good, thank God.
Oh, that's good.
Not as good as like there was still an outcome. She knew that basically she got endometriosis, and it was like they thought it was stage 5. And they should go into surgery to have it removed. But luckily, it was only stage 2 or 3. Okay. But they thought, like, all this stuff, like, if in the surgery, you can perforate the bowel, like, there was so much complications around it. Thank God, like, it was actually more simpler than we thought. So she's nice and healthy now, and she can have a bit of a nicer life. Yeah.
Oh, alhamdulillah. I'm so relieved. And that was definitely,
I mean, that's what the crying was.
Behind.
Started crying randomly, and I was like, I don't know why, but I was actually really nervous the whole day. My whole family, it's like a 4-hour surgery as well. Like
4 hours?
Yeah, it was like major surgery. Yeah, we were like, we didn't know this. Like the NHS didn't tell you this stuff. Like she was on a waiting list for 1.5 years for it. And it was just like, suddenly they were like, yeah, you're in. And they just hadn't prepped her at all. So I think we were all really nervous about it and hadn't like thought the process through. Mm-hmm. Like, you've got an hour. Like, you know, you could have a colostomy bag and walk out with it, you know? That is a big deal, like, to deal with. Yeah. Wow. So, yeah, I think that was probably why I cried.
That's a relief.
Yeah, really relieved.
That's a relief.
Yeah.
I didn't have feelings that big recently, to be honest. Like, I've just been working a lot, and the shifts are really... Oh, no, I did. I lie.
Okay.
Night shift.
Yeah.
I have my student. It was such busy traffic that people were pretty much like high-fiving us on the way out. The fact that we were even able to handle it. So...
No.
I can't disclose how bad the traffic was, but it was very busy, very intense. Yeah. And yeah, I'm just really proud of my student for being able to handle what she did, because like, good job.
Yeah.
But it was really, really intense. And I was just like, even after almost being in this industry for 11 years and working such an intense job, it always humbles me. I'm just like, every time you think, oh, I got this.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
The flood.
Yeah. No.
The flood.
No, it was bad.
I can't even, like, how you did that, you guys. Yeah. I was flying in it.
Yeah.
So I felt, I
was getting a lot of messages, people asking, why can't I land? Why can't I land?
We were circling.
You're safer in the sky.
Yeah. We were literally, I was only the first part of the flood, the morning bit. Yeah. So we were lucky that we managed to land. Exactly. But I was like an hour delayed, and my boyfriend was flying at the same time, but he was meant to land an hour before me. So the plan was I would go see him and go meet him when he landed, but he had landed first. He was in a smaller plane. Oh, so they were really suffering turbulence. It was like mid storm, and like luckily, he landed first, and I landed an hour after. But
it is intense. So I mean, there are some people who are like, oh, it's not that stressful. I'm like, you're lying. You're lying. It is stressful. Air traffic control is tough. Like, I work in a unit with that work thousands of flights a day. So no.
Yeah, it is.
No one can say it. The only people chilling are the people not in that room.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's got to be intense, definitely.
It really is, yeah.
That was a good one.
Smooth.
What is a childhood memory that has helped shape you?
My mom instilled a very strong work ethic in me.
Yeah.
So she always would take me with her to the kennels, and she was a vet. She had her own practice. Yeah.
Love.
And she was actually the first female to be licensed in the country, like 33 years ago. Because it was not considered like a job for women.
Wow.
Yeah. And so she had her own practice and everything. By the time I was like old enough to remember this, and every Saturday I would have to go to work with her. I was the TLC specialist. So I would go and like play with all the animals. So like, you know, usually when you like leave them for boarding, you assume they're not going to get played with and stuff like that. They get taken out to go to the bathroom and then that's it.
Yeah.
But no, I was a TLC specialist. I would play with every pet for at least 10 to 15 minutes. And then when smartphones became a thing, I would take videos and send them to the owners. And I'm just like, look at this. Scratched me. It's fine. I still have some scratches.
Really?
Yeah. I was never able to get rid of them.
That's so nice.
But yeah, it helped shape me, like, you know, and it also made me really good at talking on the phone. So I used to like be the receptionist sometimes, or if the phone is ringing and my mom's busy, she's like, pick it up. And I'm like, Elzebir Animal Care, Joe speaking.
That is really, stuff like that really does shape you. Like, same with me. I worked in Pizza Hut from the age of 15 to like 21. And it was the best job because you're really confident. You're meeting new people all the time. You learn so many skills on a job like that you just can't. Great. And then when I was teaching and I was really good at talking to parents on the first day, I thought, how am I so good at this? It's because I was meeting customers every day, like, hi, Cara, I'm your waitress, Cara, if there's anything you need, you want a drink refill? And because you're working for tips, like, you do get a wage, but it wasn't great. I used to make way more in tips, so you're putting that extra effort in all the time and that customer service, so I agree with you when you get that does shape you a lot, definitely.
Yeah, it really did. And it's like, I would do all the dirty work as well. Like I'm there scooping cat poop. I've scooped kilos and kilos and kilos of cat poop, dog poop, birds, monkeys. What else?
And lizards, I think it makes you so much nicer to people as well. Like when I'm in a restaurant, I always tip. I'm that person that's like, oh, don't worry, like drop the pizza from me. I'm fine. Don't you worry, like I really know how hard these jobs are because I've worked in a hairdresser, so I push people's hair, like, so I feel like I'm always overly nice to people in any job. Whereas I think people that haven't had those jobs when they're younger, they just are like,
quickly.
Yeah.
People who are mean to wait staff, red flag, get cancelled.
Literally, I can't deal with it. I cannot. Yeah, not at all.
What about you?
Oh, no. I think actually I did performing arts school quite a lot when I was younger, like quite to a good level. I think I like dancing Disney. I like, some really big shows and stuff. And I think that shaped me to be who I am because I'm basically a bit of an actress now. And I think actually I'm using all these things, this creativity later in life. And I think it makes you confident. It was acting, dance, drama, singing. And that really helped shape me to be confident on camera, I'd say. Because a lot of people are like, how can you go on camera? How can you do this? And that is, I feel like I've really got it, that type of thing. Yeah, that's one that shaped me, definitely.
Oh, that's good. I love that. All right, let's see. Oh, that was quick.
Nice.
Have you ever had a nickname? What is it and what does it mean to you?
Yeah, my dad, he calls me Chops. Because like your chops, like cheeks. And because when I was born, I always had really big cheeks, like my whole life. So his nickname for me is Chops, and he'd always put like chops in cards and stuff. Yeah. I didn't really like it, but he'd do that. Yeah, and he used to wind me up and call me like Carolina.
Okay.
There's a song I think by Shaggy, and it goes, "Oh Carolina." But it's like in the 90s, and my dad would be like, Carolina, and I'd be like, I am not Carolina. My dad's just a wind up, basically. So it calls me anything that I don't want to be called. But yeah, they're my nicknames. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I've had so many nicknames because Jaheina is such a long name.
Yeah.
So I've got Joe, Jojo, Mojo Jojo, like in Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
I've had, what else? Yeah, just mostly. And then my sister, one of them, she calls me Beloved. I don't know why. Like, she's just been like, you're my beloved. So I've just had so many random nicknames. And I feel like every person I have a deep relationship with just gives me a random nickname.
Yeah.
So
And my boyfriend calls me Marjana.
Marjana.
So Marjan is coral in Arabic. Am I right?
Okay, I don't know. My Arabic is so bad.
Is it?
Yeah.
So Marjan, like Marjan Island, it means coral. So he adds an on the end. So for him, it's easier to say Marjana than coral because he's fluent Arabic. So when you speak the it's quite hard. So Marjana,
so
Marjana.
cute.
Yeah, all the time.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really sweet. I like it as well. I think if I had a little girl, I might call her Marjana.
Oh,
I thought it's
love
really
that.
sweet. It's like a nice name. It's like my name, but twisted a little bit in Arabic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's like even when I was thinking of like baby names hypothetically in the future, I was like, I will just call my name Jahena. No, my baby Jahena. Like,
Yeah.
Why not?
I love my name.
Yeah.
I love
Why
it.
not? And then Andy's like, you sound like a narcissist.
Yeah.
It's like,
I am.
to a certain extent.
Yeah, maybe I am. I'm like, coral is so cool because it's so unique. And whenever I've gone, people remember you. It's a good thing and a bad thing because you can't get away with anything. So everyone's like, coral's a very rare name, but it also makes you stand out. And I love that having a name that makes you different is I really like unique names. I think my children in the future, not now, but I want really unique names. I've really got like a list. Like, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
For me, I was thinking, I was like, if it's either I'm naming them after me or a really basic name. Because my name is difficult. Even Andy, it's short for Andrius. So we both had difficult names growing up.
Yeah.
And then we were just like, we want something super simple.
Yeah.
Super simple because even spelling my name, it's like 8 letters.
Yeah.
Like, so even as a child, I was like, Jane.
Yeah.
7 hours later,
Yeah.
So for me, because I've had a unique name, I'm like, I want something basic or exactly the same name as me.
Yeah. Something easy.
Yeah. And my nicknames, they don't really mean anything. I just feel like people
just shorten.
Shorten it.
Yeah. I got Koza at school. Like my friends would call me Koza.
Koza?
Yeah, like to coral. I don't know why. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. How do you handle periods of uncertainty and ambiguity in your life?
I hate first the emotion. I hate them. I don't like uncertainty. I don't like being out because I'm like air traffic control.
Yeah,
I love control. Yes, controller. Yes, I am. So I don't like it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna feel my feelings about it because that's what my life coach says I should do.
Yeah.
So I'll feel my feelings about it, and then I'm going to see what action I can take.
Okay.
But after I feel all my feelings, because I don't want anything. Like, you know when you hold on to it and then later it surfaces as something else?
Yeah.
Like similar to what you mentioned with your sister. Like,
you
were so worried about her and then you watch a video with this kid on TikTok and you're bawling.
Crying. I was like, why? You know? Yeah.
So I'm going to feel my feelings about it. And then I'll see, like, is this something I can handle alone or do I need a support system?
Yeah.
Because for the longest time, I've always been hyper independent.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, okay, can my partner help me? Can my friend help me?
Yeah.
Do I just need to go have a cuddle with the dogs and then it'll give me enough strength to So I've learned to ask for help as well, which is huge.
Yeah.
And then I'll just take it as it comes.
Yeah. So I think before Dubai, I was probably a bit of a control freak. I always had like high achieving grades. Mm-hmm. Everything was smooth in my life. Nothing was uncertain and nothing really changed that much. And then moving to Dubai, there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of change, 24/7, especially teaching here. And life, like COVID, I lost my job. I literally was homeless. Like, again, I've had like, and like, I think you just get better at it. The more you deal with uncertainty, ambiguity and things in life, the better you just become at dealing with it. And it's like, once you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere left to go down. So you can only go up.
True.
So I think I lost my job in COVID. I lost my visa. I had outstay fines. I had a dog. I had a dog that I found in Dubai, and it's like all this stuff was like.
Is this the desert dog? That it's back home.
Yeah, I sent her to England to my family, so she like lives in the countryside. Yeah.
Love that.
And it was just like nothing really. I like had no money. Like once you've hit them things, I feel like I always had such good upbringing. Like I said, like a lovely upbringing. Nothing went wrong, and we were protected from bad things or anything to go wrong. But then you don't know how to deal with them things as an adult. And then when I was 18, like, bad things. Oh my, I was so drama about it. It's the worst thing in the world. But actually, the more time you experience bad stuff, the better it is, actually, I think.
It does help for sure.
It shakes you a bit. And then you're like, I can deal with that. It doesn't matter. Like, oh well. And no visa, I'll sort out,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I did have quite a tough childhood. So,
yeah.
It was, at the time, it really sucked. But it's definitely helped shape me to be much stronger.
Yeah.
Can you recall a moment when you felt completely in tune with your intuition?
I feel I think leaving my job and going into content creation was, I do trust myself quite a lot.
That's good.
I think I have good ideas. I do believe in myself, you know, like I feel like I saw like, obviously there's loads of people doing content creation now, but I kind of got in there before everyone else did in Dubai, I feel like.
You did, yeah.
Especially being a single female British, there's a lot of couples, there's a lot of mums. I'm not that, so I've got a bit of a niche. So yeah, I do trust myself a lot now. I'm like, and even my dad, he's like the guy that had a job for 40 whatever years, stable, mortgage. And when I told him I was leaving my teaching job to be a content creator or marketing, he was like, what? Like, this is such a bad idea. And then last summer we went to London. It was all a collaboration. We went to Battersea Power Station. We had lunch on the Thames. And my dad was like, I cannot believe this is your life. And after that day, we got treated like Victoria Beckham, you know, and David Beckham. And he was like, okay, I get it. You've done something special here. They're treating us like we are someone so important. We're not. And I'm like, I said, Dad, it's going well, you know. And I think finally he trusts me as well. So that's really helped me with my, uncertainty. Yeah.
Yeah, because his reaction is just out of worry and wanting the best for you.
Yeah. Actually, I knew what was best for me. Don't always listen to your parents, guys. Basically, don't listen to them. Yeah. So yeah.
Sure. Oh wow. For me, it was literally like just knowing I could have you on the show. So you're like one of the few people that I've had on that I don't know personally. So I was just like, I think she's gonna be a vibe.
Let's hope.
Let's see. Because we've always kind of texted each other and like always had like a little conversation.
Yeah.
So the fact that I just stuck to that. So like even now I'm going out of my comfort zone to have guests I've never met on the show. Because there are quite a few people that want, like people message me, they're like, I want to be on your show. I want to be on your show. And I was like, cool.
Yeah.
And then I'll follow them for a little bit and I'll see kind of what they post and what can we align with and stuff like that. And then have them on. So you're one of the first few people that like I've never met and like we haven't texted that much.
No.
So yeah, so I was right.
Yeah. Because there's some bloggers that are nothing like they appear online. Because I like to think I'm quite similar, maybe better actually than online because it's not so scripted, you know, sometimes. But there are some bloggers out there you're like, they're so nice online, they're so fun. Then you meet them in real life, and you're like,
I've experienced that. I've experienced that because there's some places that I go and it's like I'm not invited as a blogger, but I'll just like know somebody. And it's like, oh, just come, and I'm like, I'm not gonna post any content because I want to enjoy it. And like, fine. So I've been through that, and it's like, and then even when you see them, they don't look how they look online. So I'm just like, whatever, who are you?
And then I realized
so fake stuff. I'm like, oh, you're that person.
You look nothing. That face tune, you need to stop.
Exactly. The tune is not tuning.
The tune is not tuning in real life. That's the thing people forget is I edit nothing. Like no looks, nothing. It is what you get. It's kind of annoying because then you get more recognized. So they're like, I could wear no makeup because I do some videos with no makeup on. Like it doesn't bother me. And then and it's like any time, then you'll be recognized. I kind of wish I used face tunes and maybe I wasn't recognized, but maybe.
Yeah, because for me, like the comments I would get, like I used to post some educational videos about air traffic control. I've taken a pause with that just because of the podcast and like I'm just tired from work, guys. So it just took a lot of mental energy to educate people and do it online. So I remember the comments I would get at the aviation conferences is you actually look like who you are in person.
That's good. I think you look better actually. No, I do. I think you do look better in real life.
Oh, thanks.
It's nice because the camera puts on as well like a few pounds, doesn't it, to everyone? So I feel like we all look skinnier in real life. That's my motto anyway.
Energy, like you can't pick up energy that much off a device.
Like the eyes don't sparkle the same way as they do in real life. I agree completely. Yeah,
exactly. So that was me just like deciding to get out of my comfort zone of the podcast as well because it's been mostly a close network so far. Like I had my mom, my best friend on, and everyone has such a beautiful and unique story. So I was like, all right, who else now? And I was like,
shall I ask her? Honestly, I try to avoid them a bit. I do get asked quite a lot to go on them, which is a really nice thing. And at the beginning I would have been I want to go on a podcast, you know, but like we would discuss it. Obviously I want to do this one, but it's time and your time and money, you know, and it's like, at what point do you say, actually, I should charge to go on a podcast? Or, you know, everyone wants you on their podcast, which is so nice. But then I also think it's great. I always want to support people that have supported me. And also, it's also good for people get to see you a little bit more, you know, like
a different side to you.
Yeah, exactly. So, of course I want to do it.
Yeah. And like even like my mom, she came on the show and I didn't tag my mom in anything just to protect her. I was like, the internet is savage. But we got really good feedback on her episode. And the people, her episodes had more viewership than the people I collaborated with that had millions of followers.
Yeah.
So now I was like, oh, that's amazing. And then whoever was tuning in actually was like, oh, we want your mom for Emirati Women's Day. We want to do a magazine spread with her. So they had they came to the house, they did a photo shoot. She's been like speaking to journalists.
Whoa.
And it's not, that was never the intention of the show. No. It was just, I want to interview my mom and have a forever memory.
Yeah.
That was the main reason of having her on.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's benefited her. And then like even, there was one lady who is in Ripe Market. Her name's Daniel, and that's the name of her business as well. And she sells dips.
Yeah.
And she spoke about the story of the garlic dip, and then that was just like flying off the shelves. Wow. So it was never the intention of like, oh, let's do this strategically. Yeah. It was just like, I really like you, so you should come on my show.
Yeah.
It's just been beautiful to see what comes of it.
Yeah, because you don't know. Like people talk more deeply, don't they, on a podcast? It's definitely something I need to do more often. I think maybe I should do more podcasts.
Yeah.
It's nice. But then again, how many times do people want to see your story? You know, you don't want to be that narcissist person like, oh, come on my podcast and share your story again. You know, how many times? I think every 6 months is probably quite healthy. You know, maybe once a year to go to a podcast, and because things change. You know,
exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'm like, your life goes in different phases and everything. Yeah. So yeah. Right. So yeah, that's my moment.
Yeah. Again, yeah.
Yeah. We just love taking it out from the center.
I know, it's so much easier.
One of the guests I had on the show was an engineer, and she was like, why are you removing the foundation? I'm like, because it's fun.
I always go center, yeah. Okay. How do you define happiness, and what brings you joy in your life?
So for the longest time, I thought it was money, 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 money. And then I got into air traffic control, and I won't lie, it's like it pays well.
Yeah.
But it has its own ups and downs.
Yeah.
And then when I was earning that money, and I was 21 when I started earning that money. Oh. So I was 19 when they recruited me, and they gave me a trainee salary. So while they're teaching you, they pay you, but it was a job at the end of the day. It's not like it was a degree or anything. And then I was 21 when I finished. So the youngest you can get your license, that's when I got access to that consistent income, which was great. And then growing up, finances were up and down because mom was an entrepreneur as well, like with her business. So some months were good, some months were bad. Yeah. So when you were mentioning that, I'm like, I feel you. I know it. So I liked the certainty of having that money.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, this is going to solve all my problems. I retired my mom, alhamdulillah, like put my sisters through school and everything. And I did everything that I thought was the problem. So mom, you're tired? Khalas, retire. My sisters want to go to school? Okay, let's educate them. I wanted to move into a certain apartment or whatever. I got that. And I was like, okay, now I've thrown money at everything.
Yeah.
Am I happy? No.
Yeah.
I wasn't. And then you try to fill the void by hanging out with the wrong people, whatever it is. And then I realized now, and I realized that because of COVID, is just being true to what I want and what I like and being content with that.
Yeah.
So finding contentment and peace in what I'm doing on a day-to-day is what brings me that happiness, because I did, alhamdulillah, I was in a position to take care of not just myself, but everyone around me.
I love that, yeah.
And it didn't, like, it helped everyone, but none of us were happy.
Yeah.
Like, I have a closer relationship with my mom now than when I was paying everything off and taking care of her the way that I thought she needed to be taken care of. But she just needed me to pick up the phone and have a conversation with her, not be
make
like,
money.
I'm here. Oh, okay. No,
I'm bad for that. I'm the one that drops money, and I'm like,
exactly.
I'm like, see you later, everyone. I won't be back for a year, but he has paid this off for you, you know. But I think the same for me. Like, I've never ever had spare money. Being a teacher, the salary's not great. I can't lie. Mm-hmm. It was a struggle a little bit in Dubai, especially with being so expensive. But now I've been in a position, my first time in my life, I can actually give to others as well. Even though I've got my own goals, I'm saving. I haven't got a mansion, whatever. But I'm able to say, you know, if my mum's struggling, I'll pay something off. You know, it's nice that. But happiness, honestly, it's freedom. I can work when I want, and it's all around me. And if I don't want to do something that day, it doesn't happen. And it's like, it's just freedom. I think that is really important. I can go on holiday when I want. That is what brings me joy. My Mondays are particularly a day that I take slow. So like, where I used to dread Mondays, because teaching is like Monday to Friday, you get like the Sunday scaries. Like, you're so nervous about the intense week that's going to happen, because it's not a job you can just rock up to. And it's probably like yours. You can't just put in 50%. It's like 120%. Those kids are so needy, and it's very draining. It is so tiring. But I love the kids' side of things, and the parents and that. Just paperwork and bad management I hate. Dig. But
yes, Shay.
Yeah. But what brings up the joy is now, like, so on a Monday, I'll often make sure, like, maybe we book a massage. We'll have avocado and toast. We'll make slow breakfast, you know, because that's something I used to eat breakfast every day in a classroom. Like, the kids coming in, like, hi, like, with a cup of tea. I'd never had nice breakfast, apart from the weekends. But I was like, that is something. We take really slow mornings. And
I love that.
That's a freedom, you know, to be able to do that and say, my collab today will start at 3, you know?
Exactly. Like, even with the podcast, I had to remind myself that this is going on my time. And, you know, of course, the guests' time as well. So that's why even when I messaged you, I was like, 1 p.m.?
Yeah.
Because we should have our morning. We should chill. Like, we make brownies this morning for everyone.
I love that.
Like, it was a vibe.
Yeah, we like slow mornings. Like, I went to the gym, come back, I washed my hair, and I went to have a protein smoothie with my friend in the cafe there. And I love slow mornings. Yeah, so I think that is what has brought me happiness, freedom. Yeah.
Nope. Wow. Oh no. Oh.
I think you're the tougher ones. Yeah.
But then wouldn't we have done these?
Maybe not though. Because we place, maybe.
I think so. How do you approach a decision, especially when making a difficult... How do you approach decision-making, especially with a difficult choice to make? Did we do that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the question.
What is it again? Sorry.
How do you approach decision-making, especially with a difficult choice to make?
How do I approach decision-making with a difficult choice to make? Always like pros and cons. I think, do the negatives outweigh the positives? Like, sometimes collaborations, I'm like, should I do that? Should I promote that? Should I work with them or not? You know, I think I make quick decisions as well at the same time. Being in teaching, having to make decisions every second, every minute, every hour before, I'm quite good at making quick decisions and just sticking by it. Knowing right from wrong, you know, just pros and cons. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm an overthinker, and but also I plan so far ahead and I come up with different contingencies for different things that could hypothetically happen. Okay. So it's actually quite difficult to catch me in a situation that I haven't already anticipated. And also my mom's African, so I'm psychic.
I'm learning about all this stuff. It's like black magic. Yeah. I'm like, we don't believe in this. And my partner's like, it's a real thing. And I'm like, evil eye.
Exactly.
Yeah, evil eye. I'm learning that. The culture differences, I'm like, this is so cool, you know? Yeah.
Exactly. So I feel like I anticipate quite a lot. But then if I do get surprised by a difficult decision I have to make, I just... again, feel my feelings. I'm like, all right, why is it so tough? And then I would decide, okay, what am I going to do to tackle this? And is it worth tackling? Or should I just leave it?
Yeah.
Because maybe the decision is making no decision.
Or someone else can make the decision for you.
Yeah.
Which I often sound like, what do you think? You know, what's your decision? Because then it's on your head, you know, not mine.
Exactly.
Yeah, so... my life actually, because it was so structured with teaching, it's like the same every day, like 7 till 5, whatever. I really hate routine now. So like my day, I never even think ahead. I think literally what I'm doing tomorrow and that's it. Because otherwise I think I'd feel quite overwhelmed with, especially when there's a lot of collaborations going on. I think if someone goes to me, what's your plan for the week? I'm like, I can't even tell you, because if I thought about it, it would
give you anxiety.
Screw my head. Yeah. So I only really know what I'm doing the next day and that's it. And that's how I keep it. And I'm like, obviously I have a calendar, everyone's booked in.
Yeah, but you're focused on the
next day only. I try and tackle each day as it comes, because otherwise it can be really intense. Yeah,
I can imagine, definitely.
I hate routine.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Same. I think that's, I have like a toxic relationship with shift work, because I'm like, I would love to get out of it. But then if you have to wake up the same time every day, why?
Yeah.
You know, like, so yeah. But yeah, I would just consult with a bunch of people as well and see what they have to say.
Yeah. Cool. Let's say we haven't done this one. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Do you believe in second chances?
No.
That's a hard one. It depends what it is.
I think if you're married to me, or a blood relative, or I adopted you, you will get a second chance. And don't have a choice but to live with you.
Yeah.
But if like you're not and you mess up, no. Like I'm very good at cutting people off.
Yeah.
Which is a plus and a minus in itself.
I just had one recently, a really interesting story. So basically I fell out with a friend about 5 years ago and I completely cut them off. I'm talking like we went to school together, we grew up together, we went to the same university together. It was like, huge. It felt like losing someone, to be honest.
It is.
And it was her fault. And she reached out recently, 5 years later, for I blocked her off everything on Facebook Messenger. And she sent this huge apology. And I met up with her when I went home. And it was like we hadn't like not seen each other for like 5 years, you know. Now she's got 2 kids. I'm really like so sad because I missed out on them. I would have been I'm a generous friend. I would have been a great, like, I think I was even going to be godmother, you know. I remember we had that discussion of her children. And I'm going to give her a second chance because we didn't talk about chances, but she admitted, you know, lots of stuff about why she might have acted in a certain way. And she was in the wrong. I remember it was really hard on me. She even like admitted that you were in Dubai. We all were horrible to you. It was horrible. I'm so sorry for that. And I said, the only thing I can say sorry for is like that I was so fiery. I basically told them to go themselves and I blocked them off everything. But I'm giving her a second chance, of course, because she was so brave enough to come and say sorry. So yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, really good for her.
We weren't friends for that long and like in terms of like childhood.
Yeah.
But it was an adult friend. And I think she tried to reach out because she was doing it indirectly. I'm like, that is so you to even do it indirectly in the first place. I'm like, and this is why we're no longer friends.
Yeah.
You cut me off, but I'm cutting you off back now.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely not.
Done. So then the only time. Cheating, stuff like that, no. Because I think, have I ever forgiven it before? Like, let it slide a bit. And you just know the impact it's going to have. Like, it's going to... Are you sure about that one? It's okay.
Like, are you sure?
I'm like, sure. There was one brick.
What is your most embarrassing moment?
Oh, I kind of want to say this on camera.
Do you want to pick a different block?
I could just tell you. It's fine. I actually don't care.
Okay, that's up to you.
I was at university and I remember I was like going into my like 3rd year or something and we'd all gone on a night out and I'd gone from home, like my mum cooked lovely home cooked meals, you know, and I'd gone back to university like living off pizza and bad food and, you know, alcohol. And I had like a really like, basically I couldn't go to the toilet, okay? I was really stuck up. So
like you couldn't go, like a public one.
No, like I couldn't go to the toilet. I was having a real problem, like constipation.
Oh,
and then I decided before a night out, I'd never taken any tablets for any of this type of thing. And someone was like, you should take Senocot. It's like really good. Like it really helps you, you know. And I was like, okay. So I took it before a night out, right? So we've gone out and then we're drinking alcohol now. And my stomach was like, blah, 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 like the bridesmaid moment, you know, from the film. And it was like, blah, blah, blah. And literally, we were so poor back then. Like, I was like, girls, I've got to leave. I've got to go. Like, we need to go. This is not happening. Like, you know. So I was like, we had to get like a bus, a taxi, a bus. Like, we were so poor. Like, we like navigated our way home to get home. And I lived up a huge hill. And I had a dress on with like sucking pants underneath. Did not make it home. So I'm on the street and I was just like, it was really like bright. It really was.
Night as well.
Yeah, it really was. I literally shat myself. And I was like, oh, it was just like the most horrible thing. That was probably my most embarrassing moment in life. Yeah. With my friends, like we all lived in a girl's house and they were like, oh no. And I was like, yes. And we were so close to home as well.
Oh, no, it's the hill.
Yeah.
The hill.
So, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's bad. But I don't even care if it goes on camera. Oh, for it. Put it in a video. I don't care. I think we've all done it. We've all been there.
Oh, hell well. But thank you so much for tuning in for the Burj Banter episode. Coral, it was so amazing to get to know you and play this game with you. So thank you. And everybody tuning in, like, subscribe, follow, comment, whatever it is, depending on the platform that you're on. And thank you for tuning in and see you next week.
Hey.